Hi, my name is Anna Hatton. I'm a senior at Columbus North High School, and this is my story. High school hit me really hard. I walked in not knowing many people. My freshman year I played golf, and about halfway through the season I started having constant knee pain when I walked. I'd grown up with juvenile arthritis since the age of 1, so pain was not new to me. I'd had it before, and it was just something that had happened to me again in my head that I thought in high school. But this time it was different. It was constant when I walked and started to ache when I was just off of it too. So about 3 months of pain, and halfway through the golf season we decided to go to Ortho Indy to see a surgeon up there. He told me that I had femoral anteversion, and he told me I don't know how to fix it really. I've never done the surgery. It's basically my femur was angled too far, which misaligned my knee, so it was misaligned every time I walked basically and hurt. And he said, I've never done the surgery and I'm not sure how to do it. So we went home pretty defeated. I was pretty frustrated because in my head there was no solution to the problem I had now. So my mom found a doctor in Boston at Boston Children's Hospital who knew how to do the surgery, had done it before. So we flew out to Boston, met with the surgeon out there in July of 2018. And he said, well, I don't know, you're not strong enough. You need to go home, do physical therapy. Maybe that'll fix the pain. And so I did 3 months physical therapy unwillingly. My parents pushed me to do it because in their mind they could see that there may have been hope to fix the pain, but in my head I was like, well, there's no chance. So after that, 3 months passed and I was still in pain walking. So we called back to Boston and they referred us to a doctor in Columbus, Ohio at Nationwide Children's Hospital. So my mom and I drove 3.5 hours to go meet with this doctor, and he said, yep, you're not strong, or you're strong enough, but you're still in pain, so you need to do the surgery. So finally I was like, yes, pain-free, here it comes. Well, then he told us everything I had to do after the surgery. So it was more physical therapy, crutches for 6 to 8 months, and then more physical therapy after that. So on August 3rd of 2018, I had the surgery to fix my leg. It involved a rod and 2 screws being put in, and then more physical therapy and about 6 to 8 months on crutches till I was good to walk on my own without any help. That was pretty hard going into high school. I really struggled to walk through high school, basically. I had to lean on people and I didn't have a whole lot of friends at that point. I became pretty lonely and frustrated. I was pretty angry with God that he would make me go through this trial again. I had become friends with Hannah Franklin again, and she invited me to come to youth group at CCC on Sunday nights. And for a while I was like, no, I'm good. Thanks for asking though. And then, she kept asking me and my parents kind of pushed me to come. So I finally came on one Sunday night and I was like, well, this is pretty cool. I was struggling in my faith, I'd say, during that time to trust God through, the hard times and just where's he at right now. So I came to youth group, and I liked it, so I came back the next week and the next week. And I finally started to get into a routine of coming, and I'm really glad I did because I met some of my closest friends, and I've had a lot of great mentors through here who have helped me through a lot of hard times. I could finally kind of start to see God in my life more. I tried to make a routine for him to be in my life more. And even though I was going through a really hard time, I think the more I was in my faith, the more that journey I was going through was not as hard because I could lean on God. I was still pretty angry with him through it all. Towards the end, I finally was like, okay, we're almost done with this journey, but I was like, well, God answered my prayer. Well, then I started having hip pain. And so we went back to my surgeon in Columbus, Ohio, and he said, well, we need to take the rod and screws that I had put in out because it's causing pain in your hip. So I was like, oh boy, but that was not the biggest surgery I'd had. So, and my faith was pretty strong at that point, and I could see I could trust God a lot better in that. And my faith had kind of progressed, and I had been baptized as a baby. And so Adam and I had a coffee at Lucabee, and he was talking to me, and I was like, I kind of want to be baptized again. So my faith had progressed in my life to the point I was like, I want to take it on as my own. So on April 21st of 2019, I was baptized on Easter Sunday with my little sister. And I'd say that's the point my faith took on its own life. I really took it on myself that this is my faith, this is my new life, and I'm going to live my faith out more. As I look back now, I can see the plan God had through my surgeries. He protected me from stuff I didn't know he would have protected me from if I would have just given up on him. And I can see now his plan. He had a plan through all the hard times. It was hard to see then, but I'm glad I can see it now. My faith has stayed strong through everything, and the more journeys I go through, I know I can lean on my faith through it all.